What you're about to see isn't just another policy proposal, it's a revolution in government disguised as reform. While the media obsesses over tweets, Trump's Department of Government Efficiency is preparing the largest bureaucratic purge in American history. Wall Street is already celebrating. Wait till we show you what happened. But here's what they're not telling you. DOGE isn't just about cutting waste. It's about dismantling decades of deep state infrastructure. The proof? Well, look who's suddenly writing checks to Trump's inauguration fund. Even big tech billionaires can read the writing on the wall. Now, America, here's something the bloated government bureaucracy doesn't want you to know. You can take control of your appearance without their overpriced regulations and red tape. While DOGE prepares to slash government waste, you can slash years off your appearance with BioTrust's revolutionary collagen formula. Just like Trump's efficiency plan targets every department, this formula targets all 5 critical types of collagen. Visit healthwithgary.com for 51% off plus free VIP coaching and free skin health guide and our 60-day guarantee. That's healthwithgary.com because efficiency starts with you. We thank our donors and our sponsors for keeping this show going. So, a lot of news to get to in this segment. We have the border czar, Tom Homan. He is making the rounds. He just had this to say on Fox News about arresting. If I can arrest citizens for harboring illegal aliens, why can't I arrest politicians? Oh, yeah, you got to love it. Listen to this.
Some made him. So you will not only go after the illegal migrants, you may go after some mayors who aren't helping.
If they step over that line, they can sit back and watch us, which I find incredible. You don't want to take public safety threats out of your community and help us. But there are laws on the books that we will prosecute. It's 18 U.S.C. 111, impeding a federal law enforcement officer is a felony. Title 8 United States Code 1324 III. If you knowingly conceal or harbor an illegal alien from ICE, that is a felony. When I was an agent a long time ago, I've arrested U.S. citizens for harboring an alien in their home or place of employment. If I can do it to a citizen, why can't I do it to a politician who's going to actively get in our way, prevent us from doing our job?
Yeah. Him. So you will folks. Not only
buckle up. And Peter Thiel, he was an early investor in PayPal. He's a friend of Elon Musk. In fact, years ago, when I ran the Revolution Super PAC, he donated a large amount to our Super PAC so we could support Congressman Paul. Well, he said this: the consensus in Washington is that DOGE is going nowhere. But
we all know the strong consensus view in the D.C. establishment is that this is going to go nowhere, that it's just absolutely impossible to fix things, and this is, it's going to be sort of a very, very frustrating dead end. The alternate view, I would say, is, you should never bet against Elon. We all know there's an extraordinary amount of waste, and it is unsustainable. And the 6% of GDP deficits that the U.S. has cannot be sustained. They probably cannot even be sustained for, even the rest of this decade. There are 2 ways to resolve them. You can cut spending and cut waste, or you can raise taxes massively. And I take this election in the U.S. for standing for the proposition we're not going to go the European-style socialist route of having massive tax hikes. And then that suggests, you need to try something like the DOGE thing, and that's actually what is going to happen.
He says, don't bet against Elon Musk. D.C. residents say they were not fans of DOGE until they learned how the government spends their tax dollars. Here's Fox on this point.
Do you think fans of DOGE, but when the Fox News at Night team asked them about government spending tonight, we got some revealing answers.
Do you think the government spends too much money?
Of course.
Yeah. Well, by definition, right?
Do you think the government spends too much money?
That's a loaded question.
The government recently spent $750K to study whether if it was one small step for man or one small step for a man, the moon landing. How does that make you feel?
I would wonder how in the world they spent that money.
Stupid.
Good use of your taxpayer money?
No, absolutely not.
I mean, aside from whether they should have spent it, how do you spend $750,000 on that question?
$1 million to study if cocaine makes Japanese quail more sexually promiscuous.
Quail the birds? Absolutely not. I know they're not doing that.
Stupid. Why not? Who cares?
100K to study if tequila or gin makes sunfish more aggressive.
Sunfish. Wow.
Who cares? It's 100K compared to the what? How much is our military spending on?
Good use of taxpayer dollars?
Not a good use of my money.
Fans of DOGE.
Wow. Now we're learning this. $13 million from your taxes to fund an Arabic version of Sesame Street for the Middle East. $13 million for an Arabic version of Sesame Street. Yeah, time to cancel that. But Donald Trump, a day ago, he just became the first president since Ronald Reagan to ring in the opening bell at the New York Stock Exchange. The crowd screaming, USA, and we love you, Donald. Having some fun there, isn't it? Yeah. President Trump and Melania Trump walk around the trading floor of the New York Stock Exchange. So thankful we're about to have a first lady with class and style again. Look at that. How beautiful.
Love you, President Trump. Thank you. Thank you, President Trump. Yes.
Thank you.
Baby.
What's up, man? How are you? Good to see you.
You don't have to return my call now.
Wow. Okay, we've got more traders on the floor. We're pumped to see Donald Trump. The market's going wild.
What's up, guys? It's 9:48. Shouldn't you be making money?
JD, all our guys filled the seat. I mean, this is it.
What's up, guys? How we doing?
Anybody who's our guy, you're our guy. This is it. You are our guy.
What's up, guys?
You are our guy. And speaking of New York City Mayor Eric Adams just put the press in their place. He just met with Tom Homan. We've been covering the chatter of that. We knew it was about to happen. Well, now it has officially happened in the media. He held a press conference, and he knows the media's game. They've turned against him. This is what he had to say.
Would I answer a few questions, and then I am leaving? Because it's not going to matter what I respond to anyway. You have your preconceived thoughts already.
Wow.
First of all, I do not have a preconceived thought. I want you to know that right from the start.
Thank you.
Yeah, Mayor Adams, he's not taking any crap from the press anymore. And here's a photograph from that meeting. Mayor Eric Adams meeting with Tom Homan. The largest deportation effort in U.S. history begins in just 39 days. Now, we covered this at the end of our last live stream. This was some really awesome news. Carrie Lake is now going to lead the Voice of America. Voice of America News is a vital international media outlet dedicated to advancing the interests of the United States by engaging directly with people across the globe, promoting democracy and truth. Over 300 million people tune into Voice of America. Now, there was talk that she was going to go to maybe Newsmax or something like that, which I think would have been a downgrade for her. There was even talk of her going to be the ambassador to Mexico. But in a position like this, with her America First agenda, her friendship with Donald Trump, her political savvy, everything that she's learned through the political process coming from the media herself, she was a reporter and a journalist in Arizona, to lead a massive media organization, the Voice of America, is good. So, I mean, the influence that she's going to have to help spread Donald Trump's America First agenda across the world, it's going to be amazing to witness. Trump to Wall Street, we are cutting your taxes. We're going to cut them very substantially. Let's listen.
Middle of the pack. We're going to put it straight. We're going to give tremendous incentive like no other country has. We're cutting your taxes. We're going to cut them very substantially. We got them down to 21% from probably 42 or 44%, depending on where you are. And we got them down to 21. Everyone said that was a miracle. Now we're getting them down to 15, but only if you make your product here. Otherwise, you pay 21, which is not bad. It's in the middle of the pack. But 15 brings you down to among the lower. And we're going to...
Now, he was there, as you see on screen, he was being honored by Time Magazine, too. He's been named the Man of the Year yet again. An absolute honor for that. And then we have this. This is really interesting, okay? Amazon billionaire Jeff Bezos has joined Meta's Mark Zuckerberg in donating $1 million to President Trump's inauguration fund. Officer Liu says, kiss the ring, and CNN is actually reporting on this. I mean, the fact that Jeff Bezos of the Washington Post, I mean, the hatred that comes out of that paper, he's the owner of it. And remember, Bezos told the Washington Post there was a massive revolt, and they said, we're not going to endorse any candidate in this election. And everybody at the Post freaked out. There was mass defections. They lost about 200,000 subscribers. People were up in arms. People were quitting in mass. And now he's donating $1 million. So think about what this means. Because, okay, this is the second term of President Trump, and they know that the gloves are off this time. So let's listen. Who is this? Is this Caitlin Collins? Oh, boy.
Founded by Mark Zuckerberg. I have new reporting that Amazon, founded by the tech billionaire Jeff Bezos, is expected to donate $1 million toward Donald Trump's inauguration fund. This, as Bezos himself is expected to visit Trump in person in the coming days down in South Florida. And this is news that comes just one day after we learned that Meta, Facebook's parent company and founded by Mark Zuckerberg, also gave $1 million to Trump's fund. Both tech billionaires have their own histories with Donald Trump, but it appears that they are leaving all of that behind, maybe even taking a page out of Elon Musk's playbook. Of course, he himself spent over $250 million supporting Trump's campaign, catapulting himself directly into the president-elect's orbit. Now, with only 39 days to go until Trump is back in office, we are seeing the billionaire...
You know what I think is funny? You got Elon Musk and Bezos both giving $1 million. I think they're jealous. They are jealous of Elon Musk and all the attention he's getting hanging out with Donald Trump all day long at Mar-a-Lago, and they just get to watch from the sidelines. Well, maybe, Zuck, if you weren't censoring conservatives and deleting President Trump off of Facebook, and maybe Bezos, if your Washington Post wasn't trashing Trump all day, maybe it'd had a better chance. So I guess you think that money is going to be the solution here. We're also learning this, some more good news. Boise State has closed their DEI and gender equity centers while the students were away on Thanksgiving break. Oh boy, I bet you they were all freaking out.
DEI. Boise State University has joined the trend of discarding their DEI programs and offices on campus. At least that's according to an email sent out Tuesday. The gender and student equity centers are gone. They closed them over Thanksgiving break, only telling students about it yesterday. This seems to be in response to a resolution Idaho's State Board of Education is still considering to restrict diversity, equity, and inclusion programs on college campuses. I say seems to be a response because we can't seem to get a response from the school to do an interview with us to confirm it. Well, here's what that resolution looks like. That draft resolution would make it so no central office, policy, procedure, or initiative can be dedicated to DEI unless those things are needed to comply with, say, things like NCAA, accreditation, or to be eligible for grants and scholarships. State Board trustees have made no decision on this resolution, nor do we know if or when they will. But that
bye-bye. Another win for conservatives as the woke agenda continues to crumble. Elon Musk. Why some House Democrats are showing interest in Trump and Musk's DOGE plan. Elon Musk thinks that's pretty cool. Yes, we've already been reporting on that. There's quite a few Democrats, including Bernie Sanders, coming on board with the DOGE. But this was just posted by the Western Lensman. I think it gives a really good snapshot of what DOGE is all about if you don't know.
An ever-growing bureaucratic. Our nation was founded on the basic idea that the people we elect run the government. That isn't how America functions today. Most legal edicts aren't laws enacted by Congress, but rules and regulations promulgated by unelected bureaucrats, tens of thousands of them each year. The entrenched and ever-growing bureaucracy represents an existential threat to our republic, and politicians have abetted it for too long. That's why DOGE is doing things differently. Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy are entrepreneurs, not politicians. They will serve as outside volunteers, not federal officials or employees. Unlike government commissions or advisory committees, they won't just write reports or cut ribbons. They'll cut costs. They will liberate individuals and businesses from illicit regulations never passed by Congress, stimulate the U.S. economy, and generate prosperity for the American people. Now is the moment to deliver a government that would make our founders proud. Now is the moment for decisive action. Now is the moment for DOGE.
Coming soon, Western Lensman publishing that. How cool. How exciting. I can't wait for it to come into play. Oh, and then Donald Trump posted this, right? Elon Musk said, haha, amazing. How it started and how it's going. It started with a mugshot and ended with the cover of Time Magazine, Person of the Year. Donald Trump posting that. Absolutely epic. That is a post for the ages. That deserves to be printed and framed and put on the wall. Right there. Oh, and speaking of DOGE, did you know that now they might actually go after and arrest Elon Musk? Yeah. He's going to cut all the fat in government spending, but the Security and Exchange Commission is giving Musk this is 9 hours ago, 48-hour ultimatum. Agree to a monetary settlement or face charges for alleged securities fraud. At the center of this is Musk's purchase of a significant amount of Twitter shares before revealing his plan to buy the platform outright, a move they say smells like insider trading. This is not the only heat Musk is facing. The SEC has also reopened an investigation into Neuralink, his brain chip venture. Adding more fuel to the fire, Musk lawyer Alex Spiro claims that this is just another chapter in the SEC's years of harassment, calling the agency's action a misguided scheme. As of now, Musk has not budged on the settlement demand, and the clock is ticking. Will the SEC finally hold him accountable, or is this just another empty threat? We will see. This is according to Barron's, AP, and Business Insider. So they are going after Elon Musk right now. He might be arrested in 48 hours. As he's getting ready to cut the fat in government. I'm sure the timing isn't a coincidence. And speaking of cutting the fat, Ryan Saavedra, we covered this in an exclusive report a couple weeks ago, but daylight savings time, people don't like it. I don't like it. I can't stand when we have to change the clocks and it gets dark earlier. Ryan Saavedra says daylight savings time needs to be made permanent. What needs to be eliminated is the switch back and forth, get rid of it, and stick with daylight savings. And Donald Trump posting this. The Republican Party will use its best efforts to eliminate daylight savings time, which has a small but strong constituency, but daylight savings time is inconvenient and very costly to our nation. So I'm glad to see that Donald Trump is for getting rid of it, getting rid of standard time and sticking with daylight savings. How beautiful. This is the email that came from American Muck. Elon Musk is expected to be indicted by the DOJ and SEC for securities fraud today or over the weekend, according to a lawyer. This is the email that was sent by American Muckraker David B. Wheeler to Alex Spiro. Mr. Spiro, I understand your client, Mr. Elon Musk, is going to be indicted today or over the weekend for securities fraud. Can you please confirm and provide a comment from your client? So this is something we're going to keep a close eye on. And speaking of, Ashton Forbes, in our last segment, he had this to say with respect to daylight savings times. He said, where'd it go? The right move is to make daylight savings time permanent. I want sunlight in the evening, not at 6 or 7 a.m. The sun goes down at 4 in the winter here in Minnesota, and it sucks. Trump is announcing that the Republican Party will work towards abolishing daylight savings time. Laura Logan posting this 9 hours ago. Now, see, they're terrified of Robert F. Kennedy joining Health and Human Services. And apparently, I didn't know this, but Trump is going to nominate Kennedy's daughter-in-law as the deputy CIA director. David Axelrod is freaking out. You know, he's a deep state Democrat insider, Obama lackey advisor. And he says Trump's going to nominate Kennedy's daughter-in-law as deputy CIA director so she can explore his theories about that, what you see on the screen. Because why? Because there's not enough going on in the world right now? Well, you know, people want answers for those certain moments in history, and we deserve those answers. Kash Patel has said that he's going to bring those answers forward. There's going to be certain lists from people that are going to be disclosed, lists from people that didn't do certain things, right? Well, we're going to find out soon enough. And with the DOGE going into effect and the border czar taking action, we have a lot to look forward to. But I think the most concerning element here is that they might be arresting Elon Musk in the next 48 hours. So keep your eyes open. So the revolution isn't coming, patriots. It's here. Trump's Department of Government Efficiency isn't just another agency. It's a precision-guided missile aimed at the heart of the deep state. From Arabic Sesame Street to gender equity centers, no wasteful program is safe. Wall Street knows it. Big tech fears it. And the bureaucrats, well, they're updating their resumes. But here's the question that's keeping D.C. insiders awake at night. When Trump's efficiency blitzkrieg hits Washington, will there be anything left of the administrative state? And more importantly, should there be? Let us know in the comments below. What government department you think the DOGE treatment is deserved first? And while the swamp drains, show your support with our exclusive Mag Avengers collection at shop.nextnewsnetwork.com because efficiency never looked so good.